times he's won GameGune, when in reality some of those GameGunes were like CPL qualifiers where there was like 3 good teams. And all you used to win was the tickets to the CPL. You never used to win any money, so no team who already had money to go to the CPL were ever going to go.
Yeah.
And he mentions the fact that he's won GameGune 3 times from the lower bracket. Well, I remember one of those times against D Skyline was because they got to play Dust 2 twice in the final. So it was just like a complete lotto final.
Yeah, that was literally the map that D Sky could never ever beat anybody on.
Yeah, that was by far their worst. That was the map, I believe they lost, in fact they might have lost, no, they lost once on that map in CPL like 3rd place game or some shit to come 4th.
Is that the rival game? That CPL
Yeah.
summer? That's actually the same CPL where D Sky ended up getting 4th while Gamers.NU crashed out somewhere on like top 32, I think.
Oh, don't worry, they have their own excuse for that, which is that they say, well, you know, we lost to Team 3D in overtime. As if to say, like, oh, first of all, it was in overtime, so, like, we could have won that game. Second of all, we lost to Team 3D. Don't worry, Team 3D came 9th to 12th at that CPL. So saying you came, like, 17th and you lost to a team who came 9th to 12th is like,
so
yeah,
they could have,
congrats.
so they could have actually come 13 through 16 if they just got an easier bracket.
It's possible.
Well, that's
sky was the limit for those guys.
Destination Skyline.
Yeah, it's kind of what we said.
It's getting a little tiring. Jokes are getting bad.
Yeah. Although I do appreciate the fact that he called it the losers bracket instead of the lower bracket. I mean, there's been many times when I've had him in my loser bracket, but he's never got out of it 3 times, that's for sure. Hope!
All of fnatic just waiting to get this over with, pretty much. PETA's still in it for Norway. And existence players are finally starting to join, so hopefully we'll be able to get this game underway in the next couple minutes here, so we can all finally go get some sleep after.
Here's a good, by the way, Nick, here's a nice little GameGune moment that Nixon managed to capture on Twitter. He says, in the match between Lowland Lions and Delta, there was a pause mid-game, teams type ready, and the admin did a 3 times restart. As in, he restarted the game.
Actually saw him post that.
That's just amazing. Seriously. One thing I've never understood about Counter-Strike tournaments is when they get admins, and I realise they get volunteers, but like admins who don't appear to be interested in watching Counter-Strike. So the admin doesn't even really watch, he just sort of sits there talking to someone or like doing something, and then stuff will be going on in game completely fucked up and the admin won't even be noticing.
Yep.
Apparently it was Face's birthday on Saturday.
It was.
And actually I found something interesting out about Face a while ago when I was talking to him, which is that even though most people would only know him from like 2007 when he finally like rose up with Big Rip, apparently back when he was just like a nobody, he even went to like a CPL back in like 2004 or something ridiculous with just like a bunch of friends from Sweden.
No, it was actually that M9, like fake M9 team where that one guy paid for their tickets. That's who he
Yeah, but who was on the team though? I think it was nobody's.
No, it was like, he's like 2 people from like Speedlink. It was like friends.
Oh, Get maybe?
Yeah, maybe him. It was like Friends, Face, and then like a third locals, like
oh, actually, maybe
like
it was RWA?
Swedish.
Could have been RWA.
No,
it
it wasn't him.
Oh, okay, so I know he went to one CBL.
Yeah. But I remember being really surprised because like I remember that guy asked me to go with them too, but I just like we were going with my team. Plus, I figured it was like a fake thing, anyways. And I remember seeing Face at CPL, and I was actually surprised that they made it there.
There was actually a few teams who tried it because it was such a big deal to try and get to a big CPL. There was a few times where like mixed teams would go from Sweden or from other countries, you know. But the problem was, the biggest thing about CPL was you had to have been to a few and done decently to have like a decent seed. So otherwise you just got completely fucked by the bracket.
Yeah.
So basically you'd have had a huge upset because especially, I mean obviously if you came to Sweden... Oh, okay.
So Fnatic starting T. Looks like Existence pushing ramp. Peta's posted up in radio room. Existence actually blinds Peta, but then flash themselves as well. So they just die for no reason, and Peta gets 2 free kills.
Zyros insta-kills Khan when he comes out of the hop, but they're dead anyway.
That was actually looking really good. I think the first person rushing in the radio was actually going to clear the corner Peta was hiding in too, but then he got blinded by his teammate's flash, and he decided not to look in that corner. It looked like he was gonna at first. And DSN on that connector roof, like we've seen so many times before, exist, and coming in from the connector as well. And DSN is just looking in the upper, looking for picks. Muzambani takes out Karn, but that's a quick couple of kills for Peta, and then one for Gux and DSN, make it 2-0.
Okay, so since Existence is still in the save, what did you think of when you heard that Fnatic had picked up Peta again, and it was in theory like a permanent move? What did you think after their problems at DreamHack? Like, what was your impression of the move?
From picking Peta?
Yep.
I felt like Fnatic needs more firepower, and Peta's not going to be the answer for that. I'm not sure if Manny was either, but I feel like Manny had more potential given the fact he's still new to the top scene, while Peta's already pretty much been around long enough.
There's 2 kills.
It's a couple guns. Zyro's still trying to get another one, but Diazin's holding it. Milikuai's holding an AK though, so he's definitely going to try to save that. But no, gets killed by Exist, and it's going to be 3-0 on the first gun round at the half right here.
Do you think you've actually seen over the Mane lineup, over the event that they played at Adepto and now this tournament, do you think you've actually seen any significant progression from Fnatic with the like new era of the lineup?
Well, I feel like they have improved from like that Adepto BH tournament till now. Like we even saw some, like they were playing pretty decent against SK towards the end. But we'll just have to wait and see. Have them play against more teams, because they've pretty much blown away everybody else except SK, and I think they probably will blow this match away pretty quickly too. They are improving, I think.
Do you think a team like Existence even watches demos for matches like this? I mean, obviously this one they might not have had time to, but in general, do you think the teams like that actually bother to do like anti-stratting and stuff?
Well, I mean, I think it really comes down to just their strat caller and not so much the team. I'm not sure if they do, but I'm hoping for their sake that is the reason why they were late to starting this match. There's 3 kills in a row from Existence. It's going to be the 4th. Gux left alone, takes out Sayuk, but goes down. There's a first round for Existence. We'll see if they can build off of that, or if Fnatic's just going to break their money right here. Jurko gets spammed down to 2 health, and he is probably gonna get killed just in a second unless he gets off that rafter. Fnatic just spamming frantically in lobby and on the roof. DSN looking for a pick there on that mini connector roof, like we've seen so many times before.
Milakua just waiting for him to push forwards. It's actually a good spot if he holds it.
See if he does.
There we go, he takes
and he takes
kill.
a DSN. And that's something that so many teams before would have had, like, should have been doing, considering how often DSN comes from there.
But Peter is actually on there himself as well.
Yeah. Looks like Fnatic's gonna hit ramp this round. We have Milikua gets a spam kill, and Yurko gets a kill on Karn as well. I believe that was spamming through the radio. Peter's still creeping outside in. He's looking for a pick right now. Not really spotting anybody. Gets taken out by Musambani, and last man alive Exist goes down. And that's the second round in a row for Existence. And this is actually looking like they might be able to build something up here.
And a good sign that they've already like cottoned on to the move that DSN makes on the mini.
Yeah, that is definitely a good sign. We'll just gotta hope that they keep punishing DSN for going there, so he has to stop.
Thing is, in this game, just for entertainment's sake, I'd actually like to see Existence get close, but I'm not particularly hoping Fnatic lose just for no reason. Like, I'd actually like to see Fnatic versus ESC in the next round, if possible.
I would too. The only thing about that, though, is ESC does have a ringer, so I'm afraid if Fnatic was gonna win, people would give them maybe a little too much credit over ESC, since we've been talking about that recently.
Yeah, that is true.
Which team might be better.
I mean, really, we need to... Actually, that's another of the matches, like a best of 3 that we need to see at some point. The proper ESC lineup versus the proper Fnatic lineup.
Yep.
Especially as right now, I think people couldn't even tell you for certain between ESC, Lions, and Fnatic who is the second best team in Sweden. Well, I mean, I guess in Sweden, some people will say the 2 Norwegian players, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And Lions is kind of a question mark since Threat just made that new team. We haven't seen them play yet. But a new round is underway here, and it looks like it's going to be around for Fnatic. Until Zyros and Milikua get a kill each. Exist walks outside and gets the kill. Milikua's flanking lobby, though. Fnatic really thinks he's going to come through the rafters. And it looks like he's going to kill Karn here.
Out, so he's even going to be... He could have been killed from mini there, but he moved all the way out. Easy kill that.
Yeah.
Seems like he went for that kind of early.
Yeah, I mean, he was basically hoping that Exist had just fell a little too far and wasn't really going to go for it. Not a bad call, but considering he knew where he was and had plenty of time, I wouldn't have gone for the diffuse. Then again, I mean, that's why he probably thought Exist wouldn't peek. Fnatic doing a quick upper rush right now. DSN opens up on Zyros. Yuriko on the back rafter in a very good spot to get multi-kills. Kills 2. Zambani goes down, and that was a big frag by
towards the door, gets 1. And he can hear a man in mini.
And Milikua has 9, Gux 18, and this is a huge kill right there.
And they're about to meet any second. Nope, Rasmus goes back around.
Now. And Milikua's playing smart.
Right at him.
He has low health, so he's playing it smart, just sitting there. Only Milikua just needs to peek either side.
He's going to get the kill behind him, it looks like.
Yeah. Yep.
Nicely done.
But Sayok should be able to win, given Gux's low health. We'll see how it plays out.
Whereabouts is the bomb dropped?
I think it's like in front of Squeak.
Oh, he might actually get shot here without even seeing. And he does.
And that's an easy 1v1 win for Sayok.
Existence actually starting to look pretty decent here.
Yeah, they're playing well. I mean, Fnatic has only won 1 gun round since the pistol. Like without the pistol and the following ecos, the game is actually 4-1 Existence.